Yeah, buddy, man. Hey, let's get it in, Sanchez. I see that topic, man. I'm ready to hear what you got, man.
Yeah, finna say we can get it popping. Shit,
Well,
I'm
let's
definitely.
get it in. Shit, let's get it.
Yeah, finna say I'd be like shit when it come to the whole immigrants denying the racism. I see that shit a lot, and it be unknown to the people that be coming from over there in other places that really just kind of blend into the American lifestyle. It kind of be hard for them to see the discrimination because they get that get out of jail free card sometimes when it comes to them being able to leave the term black to us.
Yeah, man. Nah, that racism shit, hell of a bro. Nah, they really be racist as fuck.
My thing is, if this ain't got nothing to do with y'all struggling, we ain't stopping what y'all got going on. Don't interfere with our progress and the shit that we got going on. They let foreigners come over here and set up all kind of businesses and 501(c)(3)s and everything else.
Yeah. Man, they copying, man. Look, a lot of the African leaders sold out Africa a long time ago. Africa been up for sale for a long time. That's why a lot of them niggas running away because they up for sale too.
Right.
They trying to come here to make a living because they know the people over here
Put it like the
supporting
difference
the
is
foreigner.
come to other ethnicities getting treated wrong, like Africans or Jamaicans and anybody else, even the ones that's not black. We don't come out and say, hey, that's not happening to y'all. We don't see it happening and we don't think it exists. We never
Right.
fucking dismantle none of their movements that they come out and have going on and be pushing laws for it. But anytime we try to do anything, everybody want to say, oh, nah, them niggas just bitching. They
Facts.
just complaining.
We'll join in and be like, yeah, man, them Africans need to get that reparations. We'll join in and support them. They be like, we don't even need that shit.
And the thing is, they don't. And they know that because when they get African businesses to come over here, I don't ever see in any other African businesses over here them hiring regular black Americans. Not gonna happen.
Facts. Facts. And it's
They
crazy because a lot
they
of
are
them you have,
before they hire a nigga from over here, they are whole help somebody from back home get their visa, green card, or whatever, and come over here, legal or not, and work their damn store before they hire your ass.
hey, but you know what's deep though, that a lot of them don't even come over here and like just work a job. A lot of them be on some like family mom and pop business on
Because
some,
they
they
come over and
automatically
start
be having businesses and shit.
right. You gotta remember that whole narrative of we need jobs. That's only American black folks' thought process that they try to get us to believe and buy into. Other folks is like we need businesses. Every other race is talking about we need businesses, not jobs.
Yeah, them niggas come over here. But I think that's crazy because it's a lot of foreigners who come here on every ethnicity, different nations and shit, and they come here with getting hella privileges, then be talking about us how we lazy, how we don't be working hard. Like bro, we some of the hardest working motherfuckers around this bitch.
Put it like this. I'll put it to you like this. Right now in my neighborhood alone, at the Popeyes that's on the corner down the street, it before was, all black. It was niggas running it. And don't get me wrong, it was kind of janky. Wasn't the best. Service wasn't always that good.
Mic
But
check.
they not. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, my bad.
I finished this bar, and then you can go ahead. I was just gonna say shit. At the Popeyes on the corner, it's like it used to be. Majority of black folks working in there, all black for real. And then they got the Indian owners and came through and then just started replacing all the black folks with their Indian family that's coming over from overseas on some nepotism type shit. And
Yeah.
you could just see the difference in the customers and the workers. Like when I go in there and I see it now, it's like they don't even talk to each other the same. Like they don't like the Indian workers don't fuck with the black workers. Like they
Word,
they
right.
they just only talk to each other in a whole go outside and have huddles when shit ain't going right and be like, we need to do this and that
Yeah.
outside and just leave the black folks in there to deal with what they doing while they out here having a group meeting on y'all need to be working them and making sure that they doing what they supposed to be doing. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
One, why are y'all working at Popeyes in the first place? And one of the black ladies said it. She said, shit, the fuck is y'all doing in Popeyes when y'all should be at the gas station? Now I'm like, I ain't say that, but that's how she was coming with the shit. And I'm just like, it's because how did y'all replace the whole black team, but now y'all sitting here struggling just as hard as them, and you see it ain't so goddamn easy. And nepotism ain't gonna get the job done. Just because you somebody's family don't mean you a better worker.
Yeah. That.
But go ahead.
They be having that obligation type mindset, like they it's almost like a privilege, bro. And I think the American government kind of paint that picture for immigrants. They paint that picture for the foreigners to come and, have this kind of like utopia. While meanwhile, they can make it look like we don't work hard. We ain't trying to put the work in as much as them. Nigga, we be trying to go in and get our own little businesses, get the little loans and shit. We can't get that shit just as easy. They be goddamn holding us back and goddamn restricting us with all different type of goofy shit. The foreigners be coming through and getting a whole check. Them niggas be goddamn starting off good.
One thing that the foreigners is so that they don't understand that how over here really works. They sell them the idea of upper class living on the media and shit like that, and they don't really understand the true poverty or the underbelly to America, what it's like outside of TV until they really get here, unless they talk to some people from really here. And I know that because personally, when I went overseas or whatever to Africa, a lot of them was asking me questions that kind of stem from that perspective, and I had to break the truth to their ass, like it ain't that. And you had little motherfucker, little niggas looking up to me, trying to have, hands up like, oh, you American, you got some this, and hell nah, nigga, I'm a nigga from America. I'm not one of them niggas you see on TV with all the chains on and all that shit. I'm like from the regular niggas. That shit is on TV, nigga. That shit is not real life. When y'all come over here, the only advantage you gonna have over me is getting the business. But outside of that, when the police stop your ass, you just as much of a nigga as I am. So don't let motherfuckers fool you.
Yeah, so the whole thing about that shit too, man, is like if immigrants came over here and got their little perks and they moved ahead of black people and they just bragged about how America hooked them up and was good to them and put them on top, we wouldn't give a fuck. What happens is they don't do that. They say, well, I don't see what's wrong with these black folks because we made it and them niggas didn't, so they lazy. They saying something wrong with America. Nope, America was good to me. That's why I got that thumbnail with them kissing the ground. See, my thing is this right here. They take their success in America, which came to them through handouts, just like the Just Pearly thing situation. All of these are handout ass motherfuckers. Just Pearly thing come from a family that rolled out the silver spoon red carpet for her. She never had to work hard, even though black men lie like she did. And all of the niggas that she hired were foreigners who we talking about. And we need to bring up Hotep Jesus too. We gonna call him out and call a name. And if you got clips, we gonna play them and go through them. We're not gonna play. Now check this out. All of these folks are the same thing she is. See, when shit got hard in their country, they ran. And they came to America and received handouts. All of these people got some in common. They all got handouts, but then telling the people who didn't have handouts that we're outworking y'all. Y'all just lazy. So if you come over here and get handouts, shut the fuck up, take your handouts, move to whatever level of society you gonna move to, but keep black folks' name out your mouth because they will take them handouts, and I'm gonna tell you why. These immigrants, when they get their handouts, they want to stun on niggas. Like the slaves, massa gave me buttermilk biscuits, nigga. Y'all didn't get no cookies today. That kind of plantation thing when you're a coward who ran from your motherland and you in the other land getting biscuits and shit, tap dancing. Now check this out, right? Check this out, right? These folks want to stun on us. And the only way they can stun on us is to say, well, y'all lazy because when they go to stunting on us, you know what we gonna say? We gonna say, man, that shit was handed to you. Man, that shit was given to you. And they gonna say, no, nothing was given to me. You guys are just lazy. You guys just don't work. Because they don't want to tell the truth that shit was given to you. It was all kind of programs in place for refugees, immigrants, and all that shit. If we came over here on ships like they say, which we know we didn't, and we're slaves, there were never no kits and packages for us as refugees and immigrants. We still waiting on our reparations. So, I mean, it's all crazy as hell. They know where the token niggas are always these overseas UK ass, Hotepin ass. These niggas speak a lot of Africanism and Hotep shit, but they love the white women. I really want to talk about how many of y'all got any video clips y'all want to review that's going to display some of these type niggas that we talking about. I want to shout out to Mike TV because he got a lot of shorts and clips with King Riches and Aunt Jenny, all of these, to give you a good example of what Tariq be calling tethers. These goddamn foreign entities that come over here, they move to the top overnight. And you know what I'm saying, start coming with these narratives that's anti-FBA. But we're going to touch more on this. I'm going to share the mic. Let me pass the mic around, man. Salutes to everybody on the calls. Salutes.
Yo, I wanna say this. I was thinking like, why the hell is it so it's accessible for them to benefit from this shit? Like, why are they able to get these little trinkets just for coming here so quick? Like you said, make it to the top overnight. And I was like, I think that'll make it a lot easier for our government to go and usurp some of their land if they got these programs for incentivizing people for leaving their land, opening that shit up and allowing these people to bring their organizations over there, like UNESCO, bringing them over there to Africa, snatching up land. But yeah, I thought about it like that because these people, they're getting a lot of these benefits over us, and it's like, other than pitting us against each other, what would really be the benefit of them being able to just give away shit like that, but except to the people that's on their land? And it just seemed like it's a whole tactic that we could be missing. I think that's for them to snatch up land and shit. But yeah,
Well,
man, I just want to throw that in there.
I'm not gonna say you know what I'm saying, right? Definitely on the snatch up land tip, but the big motivation for doing that and giving these foreigners all of this shit when they coming over here and not us is because they trying to keep us as the fucking bottom class that we are. You see what I'm saying? It's like when you trying to keep these, like their system is geared, all of the evidence says that I'm trying to keep these people at a certain level. That's why I'm allowing other people to go higher and not them. It's not a surprise. It ain't a mystery. It ain't even hard to figure out. It's common damn sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna speak on all the actors that they got out right now. Like even the niggas on Snowfall and stuff, they like Britain. They all Britain. They not even from America, but they act like LA gangsters. They in them shows acting like LA gangsters, portraying as LA gangsters and stuff. And they doing really good at it. You feel me? We watching this shit every weekend now, man. You feel me? Frank, go at it. You feel me? Get to it. But I feel like that's just how strong the manipulation is. You feel me? Like they got niggas playing as black niggas who not really even from our country. You feel me? Who from a whole different, for really from where the Europeans really from, you know, and then they get them over here and start acting. You feel me? And so I just think that's how that's really just all around manipulation. Not only in the politics, but for real in the media and shit too. Yeah, this shit was crazy.
Yeah, I heard about this. This nigga and lost his motherfucking man. Where his boy daddy at? Where's this boy's daddy at?
Yo.
Cancer.
Bro, yo, we gotta roast that tongue and the way he looking, bro. He get 30 minutes of roasting for this whole show, nigga. I got to roast that tongue, nigga.
Alien
this
tongue
ain't even funny
ass.
though, but I gotta get him though.
Hell yeah.
That nigga got a tortoise neck.
Hey, nah, his shit look like how alien shit look when it come out and let out the second mouth and shit.
I was
Predator.
just about to pull that up, nigga. You so good. I was just about to. You read my mind and shit. You read my mind, bro.
Hey, now you know what it's like. It's like that Freddy Krueger movie when he was trying to stick his tongue in one of their mouths or something. He like,
oh
I'm
my
like,
God, dude.
Freddy.
Oh my God, what angle y'all want? Cause either one.
I'm crying. This nigga
I'm
locked
weak as
in.
Oh shit!
You're wild as hell. Hey, that nigga was on one. He said, "I don't give a fuck today." How about that?
Nigga, goddamn it, I'm the Dalai Lama. I'm the Dalai Lama.
Right, nigga. He said, "I'm outside. Shit, had your kids."
Oh man, this ain't right, yo. So yeah, man, like these religious leaders are sick than a motherfucker. Cause if listen, hold up, yo, if he doing that on camera, imagine the shit he probably doing off camera.
That shit crazy.
That nigga got
like, man, hey, if that would have been our head, we would have seen on the news Dalai Lama gets punched on for fucking trying to kiss a little nigga kid. I'm like, gee, where this man daddy at? His daddy's supposed to storm the goddamn stage and then been and whoop this nigga jaw.
The nigga daddy was standing right over there on the side, like, go up there, son.
Bro, that shit a setup, bro. That
The
shit a
Dalai?
setup. Hey, that little kid was sitting in the front of the camera the whole time.
Look
bro.
at how weird this man looked, though. I mean, I don't like this dude look like something off about him. You can sense energy, but we so damn lost today.
But Sanchez?
Why the fuck is he apologizing?
Wait.
Why do he get to apologize?
Hold on, time out. What was his explanation for asking a motherfucker to suck his tongue?
That nigga was off of X pill, nigga.
You know what, man?
Like,
that
man,
shit is fucking horrible.
I need to know this explanation.
And this the nigga that'll be praying for y'all, reading your palms and all that shit. And right after that nigga read your future, he gonna say, look, you gonna get that nigga to read your future, right? And that nigga gonna be like, yes, I see plenty wealth in your future. The ancestors tell me that in 5 minutes, you are going to suck my tongue in 5 minutes. It's going to come true. Watch. What's going to come true? Come on. It's going to come true. Come on.
Hey, that's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. And the article said he asked him. They say he asked him. That nigga did not ask. He demanded.
He went, here, lizard.
This nigga his fucking gourd.
Wow.
Hey, that's when you supposed to Will Smith a nigga. Right there.
But that little boy though, like that shit look a little bit too like he really down. Like, wait a minute though.
But if you really want to know, what we dealing with, let me show y'all what we dealing with real quick. Cause you know, I went to Tibet to get my motherfucking palms read and to fucking rub that little Tibetan bowl, and goddamn it, I was about to eat. They was serving a bowl of fruit, so I was about to put the goddamn fruit in my mouth, and out of nowhere, this nigga, that tongue rolled out and intercepted that shit right out my motherfucking hand. Can you imagine sitting down with the Dalai Lama and that nigga way across the table and you like, hold up, man, I'm about to get up and pass you the blunt. And he say, no worries. And that nigga stick his tongue out and lizard that bitch down there and grab the blunt, nigga, and reel that bitch back in his mouth.
You ain't shit, nigga.
I'm like, oh, hell no, it's time to go.
No worries.
It's time to go. This nigga lost it. Where's the Pope? Somebody stop this man. Oh, you gotta get your mans. Whose mans is this?
Tell that man to put his tongue back in his mouth.
His mouth, bro. That nigga unraveled that motherfucker.
He say unraveled that bitch.
Motherfucking mouth.
Oh
Like a
shit.
goddamn, like the hummingbird shit. That nigga unraveled that bitch, stuck
You
it
know what's
out.
really fucked up about it is how his bottom lip just supporting that thin ass tongue like that. Like the bottom lip just like holding that bitch, like it's foundating it, you know. This nigga's so serious. All these muscles in his neck are activated. Like, damn.
Right. Hey, look at the eye contact. He ain't even got his eyes closed. This nigga wow.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
This
Nah,
ain't
look
right.
dude.
like look like serpent energy to me. Grand
It
rising,
do.
everybody.
I
Flat
swear to
motherfucker
God,
pop.
it do.
Was
Hey,
It look
good.
like
yeah,
this nigga can see his motherfucking eyes through his eyelids.
that nigga got that. That's why I say, bro, you gotta pull up a tortoise, bro. A tortoise. That motherfucker got down. Yeah.
There you go.
Hold on, let me get hold
Yo.
Yo, that's crazy.
on. You so damn
Like,
crazy.
and I'm thinking, because I didn't seen, they mission is to groom these kids into what they want them to be. So like I didn't seen, California, they letting drag queens entertain the kids and read stories to the kids while they dressed in thongs and shit. But I ain't know they was practicing, this stuff on the East. That's crazy.
Man, that shit like in a conference or something. Like he got the microphone. Like they had at a whole conference. I don't even understand why they allowed this to take place.
Yeah, man. So they should have went. He can't still be the Dalai Lama after no shit like this, could it?
You know what this makes me think of? It makes me think of if they doing shit like this, they probably been doing it, just never show no pictures of it or anything. It's just the first encounter, you feel me? Because you
That
know how to
nigga
poke it
forgot they
down, you
was
know how to get
rolling. Yeah.
down. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You know
nah,
what I'm
he's still
saying?
the Dalai Lama after that, bro. Cause you know how this world kind of upside down now. That nigga apologized one time. And shit, they about to line them motherfucking kids up after that. We sorry y'all had to see that. We never recorded it, but we was trying to let y'all know this is they culture.
I wonder if it's even okay to show this picture, man. Might get fucked up fucking with y'all. But hey, fuck it.
Now I seen some other people post that mug.
Me too.
Fucked up though. Cause that little boy, man, that's fucked up.
Facts, and there's got to be some grooming shit on some like, we put it in front of your face. Y'all can't act like y'all don't know type shit. It's got to be because there's no like
Let, let,
excuse
let,
for
let,
some
let,
shit
let,
like this that it just happen up.
let's watch the video real fast.
The Dalai Lama is apologizing for this exchange with a young boy during a recent event in India. The child's face is blurred to protect his identity. According to reports, the child asked the spiritual leader for a hug. The Lama hugged the child and then allegedly asked the boy to, quote, suck my
And the boy jumped back or whatever. Yeah, I got the good picture. This way we don't show the little boy face. So cool. Damn.
tongue. The incident is sending shockwaves across the world, causing His Holiness to issue an apology to his 19 million followers on Twitter. It reads in
19
part,
million.
His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident.
Hold up.
That
Let me talk about this. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way. That's a goddamn lie. Let me tell y'all something. When it come down to this gay stuff, it always, I'm just playing, I'm teasing, I grabbed your dick. I was just joking, man. Like, I just be joking like that. Everybody know when it come down to a motherfucker trying to pull some little gay stuff on you, it's always, man, I'm playing, I'm teasing, man, when you don't go for it. But if you go for it, they wasn't playing. If you go for it, they wasn't playing. If you go for it, they wasn't playing. That
Facts
Dalai
though.
Lama hit us with the oldest. Bro, that's the excuse all of the gay folks make when they trying to try that. I was just playing, man. It's just a playful way, man. I
Yeah.
meant suck my tongue because it's a little game we play.
Like,
And
damn, that's how we playing with kids now? That's
word, but you could see the little when in the video when he first gave him the hug and shit, put his forehead on him. Then that nigga kind of like he showed his attraction. He reached the arm out, the naked arm. He grabbed him by the neck. Bring your ass here, son. Suck his tongue. That ain't no goddamn joke.
They ought to spank the Dalai Lama on his tongue with a ruler. They ought to make him lick his shit out just the way he did with that little boy. And you know how the teacher used to make you hold your hand out and spank your shit with. They ought to do that nigga tongue like that. Yo, this is fucking bananas.
Hey, y'all got me fucking rolling over here, G. I had to mute for 1 second, but I'm like, gee, this nigga wild talking about this.
But look what he apologized for the hurt his words may have caused. Not because he stuck his tongue out in the little boy's face.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, the funniest part about this, that's like a movie scene. Like, a motherfucker asks you your explanation on something so serious, and the room go quiet, and then you just be like, I'm just playing.
This man tried to tongue kiss a little boy. Now, you know it's some poor families in his country that are gladly take their children and offer them to the Dalai Lama.
Yep.
Let's keep that in mind. But
fuck all that. Yeah. He gotta run that fade with me if I'm the daddy. I'm folding him. I'm like, shit. We on that.
Nigga. I would have punched his title off of him.
On God. I ain't gonna stand. I'd have had to punch him about the road, my nigga. I'd be like, yeah, you're gonna have to give me them garments. I'm Avatar Aang now.
Hey, but why all the other little dudes behind him had masks on except him? He was waiting to put that tongue out.
Hell yeah, he said, shit, we no mask shorty today.
Yeah, this go on all the time in these places like that, up in them levels of religion and shit like that. But yeah, we what else we got, man? What else? Any clips? What else we got, man?
Okay, hold on. As far as what the Dalai Lama shit or just a different clip?
Yeah, just trending shit. What's going on? This the only thing going on. This Dalai Lama shit. See here.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, man. Anybody in the chat room got any smoke whatsoever? Bring it, yo.
Oh, hey, you know what a scene that you can play that kind of represent the selling out of all of these foreign motherfuckers?
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen that scene in The Last Samurai where the emperor gave up his goddamn traditional robes and garments and put on a suit and tie?
The emperor gave up his traditional. Nah, I don't think I remember it.
It was a scene in The Last Samurai. Like, he went from, they transitioned from the old way. This nigga got everybody, got that European influence on him, and then gave up his shit for the suit and tie. And they was like, this nigga on some sellout shit. The shame and dishonor. And
no,
I'm
talking about like these immigrant YouTubers that's caping for the white powers that be out there and shit. If you got any good examples of like, yeah, that I ain't gonna fuck around and get. I'm gonna have to cut that scene out if I play it. But yeah, you know.
What happened, bro, Sanchez? This Diggy just checking in, big dog.
What's good, Diggy? Talk to me, man. What's good?
Man, I was just looking at that DJ Paul video. He talking about that, U.S. money currency. I don't know if you up on that one.
On what?
You got Africa, Russia, China, Japan. I think like 5 major countries done swapped out, and they ain't even supporting the dollar, U.S. dollar right now no more.
Oh yeah, that's been going on a minute.
Yeah. He brought that up. I was just trying to see if you had any words or wisdom or any, interest
Well,
on
I
that.
predicted all this. I
Yeah.
predicted this, man. I said everybody gonna back out the dollar. The dollar ain't gonna be you know. I've been predicting that shit a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cause a
I
lot of people
predicted
they
it.
don't, they
Everything
don't
that's
understand.
happening, man, is just the way we say it's happening, man.
Oh yeah. That's real, man. Folk got to start investing properly, man, and putting, their dividends into the right markets. You know what I'm saying, and see what's really going on out here. And I tell you, another thing is best to unify as best and as quick as you can, too. You know what I'm saying? Real spill.
And Brother Sanchez, Grand Rising, much respect, everybody, real quick.
Much respect.
I want to talk about these foreigners, like you said, that's coming in, that's getting in positions of power, like mayors and police chiefs and commissioners and prison commissioners that's working to hold the people back. They're still holding on to that lie. That's all I want to tap in. That falls under the FBA and all these immigration that you're talking about. Much respect to everybody, man.
Man, I just want to share how like the algorithm is so fucking like. Let's move on from this Dalai Lama shit. I'm gonna grab the mic and vent about some shit, right? Let's take for example this dude King Riches right here. He's an immigrant. Now he's working with just pearly things, right? We know he's over there caping for and talking shit about black folks, saying how we kill each other, you're lazy, everything we just brought up. This is a good example, right? Now, pay attention to this dude's channel. His channel is just a little clone channel of just pearly shit. Everything down from the fake ass smile to the cheesy ass thumbnails, right? To the goddamn anti-women dialogue and the whole overuse of the word modern. Modern women said this about younger women, and all of these divisive ass platforms. People like Jess Pearly, like this dude, like all of these, like a lot of these red pill toxic spaces. Look, I can name a lot of them, but for the most part, they all were caping for Jess Pearly, and we ain't got to air them all out. But there's a pattern we can see of everybody doing this shallow ass divisive content and rising to the top real quick. These damn foreigners come over here and they don't do nothing to help unite the society or batter it. They come over here trying to capitalize, plan into the divide and conquer agenda, just like all these other folks. And so it's saturated. It's oversaturated. Black YouTube has now been muddied. The water's been muddied. It's been watered down when you go to black YouTube with a bunch of shit like this. Like, most women can't love men unconditionally. Look at this shit. I told y'all, incels have took over YouTube. What kind of man will say some shit like that if you got a woman? Most women can't love men unconditionally. This dude can't be no more than 35 or 40, but you've already made this up in your mind. I've seen dudes real young saying stuff like this because they know it's gonna make them grow. Like Austin Holloman with the Passport Brothers, all them. These niggas is young as hell, and they talking like washed up old niggas. This shit is toxic to ruin them niggas' young mind. These young men supposed to be having a time of their life with women, but yet they on YouTube sounding like old incels and shit. Why? Because there's money there. It don't even make no sense for you to be a young fly nigga on this bitch complaining about women all day, nigga. It gotta be some money in it. So I wanted to make this point, right? And I'm gonna play some of this nigga videos to give y'all a good example of what I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all can definitely build with me. I'm finna look for some of this old anti-FBA shit that he got going.
Yeah, man, I think that stuff's weird, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, salutes to everybody in the chat, man. I'm a drop the link for more people to join, but we got about 8 people on right now. And you 8 people, salutes to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, Sanchez, how you doing, y'all?
What's good, Sister Betty? How you doing?
Oh, nah, and I like your title today. That when Obama got up there, when he was in office, and how the Democrats always state, the first thing they state is that the United States was formed for a nation of immigrants because that's who we are, a nation of immigrants. But see, the Negro here is not the immigrant. That's why we are kept down. Our race identity is a trigger, and any immigrant that comes over here and establishes a corporation, no matter what kind of business it is, our race identity is a trigger for them. That's the whole thing. That's how they know to keep us down by not hiring us, so that there's no confusion between us and Africans. They don't have our ID, but that's a fact. It's designed to help immigrants. That's what the United States is designed for. I yield.
Yeah, salutes. So this dude's Valuetainment, just pearly things accused of racism by woke SJWs and the Black Manosphere. Trigger alert.
Been all up in the news as of late, and we are talking about our friend Pearly Things, Pearl Davis. You know, a bunch of different names that we know what's going on, but basically, she's blown up so much over the last year. Business Insider just did an article on her. If you can pull that article up, Angel. As Andrew Tate languishes in jail, this article is obviously.
Yeah, when you come out of nowhere just blowing up, it's cause you're an industry plant. She's not a genuine fucking organic growing content creator. I already played a video and exposed how she just stealing everybody else's questions and dialogue. I already played that. This is what plants do.
Prior to him being released on house arrest, a new celebrity anti-feminist creator is filling the gap. Unlike him, she's a woman. So we all know that we're a big fan of Pearl.
Right.
Here's some highlights that's going on. So before Tate, it was Kevin Samuels that was sort of the face of the red pill. We all know our friend Rolo. Then it became Tate, Fresh and Fit, obviously over the last handful of years. But Pearl,
But see, all of these are controlled as these ain't the real people who built this shit and who really should be. These are who they want to. This is how you control a person's movement, y'all. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Because you got the mainstream manosphere, and that's the control when that's like the flat earth society. Then you got the grassroots shit. The folks he naming were all controlled puppets, man.
I remember meeting Pearl a year ago. A year ago this month, she had like 50,000 subscribers. Now she has 1.3 million subscribers and counting. Rose to absolute fame because there was a void in the relationship, red pill, dating, manosphere space, and the void.
That's a damn lie. Don't you know it's saturated? YouTube is saturated with dating coaches, dating advisors, relationship, gender wars, People, it is an abundance of that shit online. So everybody's saying that Pearl rose to power because there was a void. That's a lie. Pearl rose to power because there was a machine behind her and she's an implant and a fucking plant. Quit talking about there was a void. There ain't no, but man, there's so many female YouTubers in this manosphere space, and man, that shit saturated with different content creators in that space. And we ain't gonna act like it's the biggest space on YouTube, but it ain't no fucking void when it come to content creation in a manosphere, and especially no void that requires just pearly things, corny ass videos. If you go to her channel, her videos don't even get that many views for her to have millions of subs. And guess what that proved? You're a fucking implant. Now watch me, let me prove my point. People, when you got over 1 million subscribers on your channel, and I can go to your goddamn channel, right, and see numbers like this, some ain't adding up. A person with over 1 million subs put this video out 5 days ago, and it only got 7,000 views. That's like 0.0001 some of her percentage of subs. Watch that shit. Not even a full 1%, I don't think. 7,000 people out of over 1 million, and this is 5 days, dude. This is how implant channels look. What does this mean? This mean ain't nobody checking for her content. That means she got over 1 million subs, and the only reason is because it's from a few viral videos where she had to clout chase and trigger motherfuckers like what we see now. Because she don't have a history of making consistent content that people are just running to go and see, and her videos getting a bunch of clicks on. I'm showing you her low ass numbers. Look, this is a damn shame. 7 days up with 3,000 views. My video will have over 20,000 views. Let me show you the difference between grassroots and implant. Let me just break this shit down real quick. And can't nobody deny this. Let me show y'all something. She got over 1 million subs. Keep that in mind. Over 1 million subs, right? Now watch this. My number one content is do live streaming, is when I make my presentations. Let's look at her videos that's been up 8 days and all that. They getting around 5K to 10K. Now look, I'm going on my shit. I got a consistent number, y'all. Look, a consistent number. Guess what my consistent number is? Anywhere from 19K to 35K. That's my consistent number. You can see, look at the views. Let's zoom in on it. See? 19, 17, 19, 23, 29, 25, 28. My people is consistently watching these presentations at a rate that's consistent with my number of subscribers. It's a 10% rule. If you got 100,000 subscribers, you should be averaging 10,000 views to 15,000 views per video. If your video get 10,000 views on it, remember the 10% rule. You should get at least 1,000 thumbs up on it. 10%. I'm beyond the 10. I'm not only, following that 10% rule where my shit is aligned with what that 10% rule is. It represents normal growth. Like this is what you would see, a minimum of 10% and higher. And that 10% gonna go up the more my channel grow. But the thing is, it's a consistent, it look way better than this shit. So she got millions of subs, but if she put a video out, it'll be up 6 days and only get 4,800 views. What's the point of having all of them subs? It's just for show. It's just numbers on a computer. She's part of the goddamn machine. And I don't understand how people think that this is organic growth, that there was a void that needed her to fill. What void is she feeling when she only getting 4,800 views a week on most of this shit? The void, listen, in order to fill Kevin Samuel's shoes, let me go to Kevin's videos real quick. Because you talking about she filled the void. No, she didn't. She barely can get 20,000 motherfucking views on a video. Look at Kevin's numbers, though. How can Pearly fill a void? This a big-ass void to fill with them little-ass views, yo. Quit lying on her. She didn't fill no void. She didn't work hard. She took advantage of there was no leader, no big voice to control the narrative, and the algorithm chose her. She had the help of the machine. The people literally chose Kevin Samuels. You know how I can prove it? Because his numbers show. Remember the 10% rule? Look at how many subscribers he got. Now look at how many numbers his videos averaging. Remember what I just showed you with mine? Look at how many subs I got. Now look at the numbers on my videos. How is me and Kevin's both got more views than Pearly? She got more, she got the same amount of subs Kevin got, but I get more views than her. That don't supposed to be, y'all. That's because her subs ain't really watching her content, y'all. Cause she's boring. She's nothing really appealing like that's like, ooh, drop dead gorgeous, you know. You think that the people just gonna overlook all of these fine ass black women out there that's in the manosphere space and just the people gonna choose just Pearly?
Stupid.
No, man, that's the machine. She's a plant. She's a plant. And that's why everything out of her mouth shows you who planted her there, the Blatsit Foundation. Did you know that Candace Owens and Jess Pearly got the same management? These people have been known to infiltrate communities, change narratives, and all that. This is Trumpism too, by the way. Red pillism religion. I'm telling y'all, this shit is deep. So she talking about they talking about she came in and was able to move in because there was a void that needed to be filled. You know what I'm saying? How the hell you gonna fill that void? This man getting 500,000 views per video and shit. You gonna fill that void with 4,800 views on your shit? Good luck. They lying for her. She had a rich family. She's an implant in a story. They lied for her, trying to make it like she worked harder than all these other folks and just overnight blew up this damn big. No, man. Y'all better recognize plants, man. All of these big channels like Valuetainment, all of these people is behind Pearly. Everybody that been in this manosphere space, these big names don't get behind them. The people that really built this shit grassroots, the black people, they don't even control the space. Look who we see in the space. Blue-haired fucking white boys, a white girl, Rolo Tomasi. Who is this dude? These white folks that infiltrated this damn black manosphere space to where now the biggest voices is white folks. Kevin Samuel was gone, Sinford the P gone. And then when them niggas was living, the black man that was controlling the narrative was constantly getting hated on by black folks. And now that they dead and these white folks took over, all of the black folks, goddammit, ain't nobody mad at the white folks. They defended them. So it's crazy. Like I said, the machine behind them, if I had all of the big corporate channels promoting my brand, I would blow up overnight too. So they need to cut it out. The same thing with Hotep Jesus. Don't nobody know about these folks. When they come on YouTube, they numbers don't show what they should show, being who these people are. Being the fact that you sat down with Andrew Tate. being the fact that Jess Pearlington had real big names associated with her. I'm talking big names. A lot of these foreigners, man, you go on their channel, you will see big names over there, and the video got 9,000 views on it. You'll see FBA, big old channels over here, Black Americans building, they getting a lot of views, and those big names won't come on their channel. And you supposed to be a black man like me, but you'll only go on these foreigners' channels. That's that boule shit. They working with the same people. You'll go on these foreigners' channels for these little bitty measly ass views, and you got big ass black legitimate grassroots manosphere platforms out here that these folks won't even go on that shit, because they want to push it like these white folks is really who controlling the manosphere's narrative. They and ignore all the grassroots folks and just write them out of history and control the narrative with they little watered down ass cabal and liberty predictable shallow ass conversations and corny ass thumbnails and shit. Social media getting real corny, man.
And you're right about that though, man. It ain't a lot of deep people talking no deep shit or just talking some sensical shit. Just some common sense, some critical thinking. So even if they talking like red and blue pill type conversations, they on some goofy shit when they talking. It's like they always align their talking points with the agenda of these, I wouldn't even say secret organizations, just these big organizations. And it's just like, bro, yeah, you saying it's weird, bro. It's lame. It's like, damn, y'all ain't got no content for real, like about yourself, about bump even being a content creator. I mean, like, you ain't got content of a character of who you are. You just so shallow of a person of your own that this is the type of shit that you gravitate toward. Like that shit to me, man, I'll be running to a lot of niggas like that. Man, this shit whack, man. That shit lame as hell.
Shit is lame though. Let's hear what this fool talking about.
Void was filled by a woman. Also, we have other friends like Ali Drummond, Rebecca, even Janelle, that basically voice their opinions on these types of subjects. But Pearl has proven to be quite the voice and quite the opportunist in this type of category. Here's some of the highlights of what they had to say about the Business Insider article about our friend Pearl, and then also some of the hot water that she's been in. So basically, despite criticism from other creators, Davis told Insider she does not think that she's a misogynist. If you're not familiar with Pearl or Pearly Things, she hosts a show called The Pregame. She's based out of London. She's from Chicago initially. She's making a ton of dough, and she still has her dad managing her money. We talked about that on the show. She's 26 years old. Highlight, 26 years old. Shout out to her. Her YouTube audience has grown 50% in the last.
So she apparently knows all the arguing points of this space, even though she ain't really old enough to really have a legitimate read. That meant that if Jess Pearly thing is 26 years old and the manosphere been around making these arguments for at least about 10 years, a little over 10 years, that means that Jess Pearly thing would have had to been listening to the manosphere when she was 16 and 17. Now, does that make sense to y'all? Don't make sense, do it. See, a lot of these folks are too young to be making these old ass incel arguments that we hear that come from the silver foxes and shit. You know, you got young niggas making old ass sugar daddy arguments. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at these young dudes and they don't got a bunch of peers among them that's their age. They in these red pill spaces with a bunch of old miserable niggas patting their young ass on the back And that's out of balance. They need to be around some young niggas they age winning out here, having fun, having their way with these damn women. Ain't no way I'm finna be one of these young niggas up in these red pill, miserable ass communities bitching about women. Nigga, when I was in my late 20s and early 30s, nigga, the last thing, boy, this world is something else, man.
3 months since Tate was detained. Tate's last show was with her and Brittany Renner in London. That was in late December, a couple days before Christmas, a couple days before his arrest, December 29th. She's increasingly been nicknamed the female Andrew Tate, so anyone that's familiar with Pearl understands why, including by critics will consider her the latest celebrity misogynist. She hosts a podcast called The Pregame, where Davis debates and criticizes feminists, praises Tate's teachings, and presents herself as a rare champion for the male point of view. A female defending the male point of view. Unlike Tate, Davis does not consider herself a misogynist. I don't think Tate's necessarily a misogynist. I think you can advocate for male rights and male improvement without disdain for women. There is a balancing act that you can play with that. She, quote unquote, says, I do not hate women. That's what Pearl says. I am a woman. That's kind of ironic right there. Instead, she argued the criticism over her work is the inevitable backlash now that finally there is a form of media that advocates for men. People don't understand this, is that she has a very close relationship with her dad. I think she has 5 brothers that basically she gets along with very well. She's basically just arguing from their point of view. She's basically sick of hearing men get shitted on by feminists and wokesters and liberal agenda, let's say. And she's like, I've got brothers, I've got a good dad. Not all men are a piece of shit. She also says a lot of...
So her daddy is still managing her fucking money. And she talks like a fucking little girl, daddy's girl. Cause whenever you dealing with daddy's little girl, that little girl will tend to clash with other women, but try to win the favor of all the little boys and shit. Cause she's a little daddy's girl. You see what I'm saying? These kind of girls will sit on men's lap and you gotta pop their ass. You gotta pop, y'all know what I'm talking about. You gotta pop them and shit. So think about the mentality and the psychology out there. You got a girl that's 26 still being coddled by her father. That right there is kind of toxic, because everything out of her mouth shows that she ain't really built a natural bond between the sisterhood. She's daddy's little girl, and they have it hard in the sisterhood. Oh, daddy's little girl have it hard in the sisterhood. She thinks she's more than what she are. And guess what? She, you know, it's like, it's no different how these manosphere dudes say, well, these dudes is raised by women and single women. Why you listening to them? So, is Pearly raised by a single man? We can flip this shit around too. My thing is there's an imbalance there, because she talked just like a man. She talks like a red pill nigga. She talks like her daddy ain't just managing her money, he's writing her script for her. She just, you know what I'm saying?
You guys out there talking about the women are ready for this. Brace for impact, ladies. Are shitty wives. She said in a recent video, you don't cook for your man, you belittle him, you nag him all the time, you don't treat him like a man, all right, and you basically disrespect your man. And she asked the question, are Western women typically...
Don't that sound like something that daddy's little girl will say?
Typically good wives? You guys let me know. Are Western women still capable of being good wives? I happen to think some are.
But let's just reverse it around and show you how these manosphere niggas think. They said, look, if you simping for women, it's because you raised by a single woman. That's a problem. Well, if she's simping for men, guess what? Maybe could it be because she raised by a single father and she's a daddy's little girl? Because you saying that male simp is a mama's boy. You calling him a mama's boy, so nobody gonna call Pearly a daddy's girl. But the conversation is balanced, right? She lacking the feminine part, which is why it seemed like she just started wearing dresses and walking in heels. She was a tomboy basketball, a hooping hoe, a tall slam dunking land up crossover hoe.
A lot are located in the Midwest. A lot are located in small towns, little villages, little pueblos.
Yeah, she had on them basketball shorts, and the way that she had her legs open work, that wasn't ladylike, son. That was WNBA like, son. All right, the way that she had her legs open in them basketball shorts had me thinking Long John Silver, son. We talking about after a fresh game of ball, a couple of them in practice, right?
There in New Mexico, out here in Miami, slim pickings out there. A lot of what we call here for a good time, not a long time type ladies, unless they are Natalia Del Valles of the world, where they can kind of do a balancing act. Yeah, wave to the crowd out there. Basically, she says that unmarried women get pregnant, and is 99.99% of the woman's fault. What happens right there? She grew up in Chicago in a 10-bedroom home. Holy shit, a 10-bedroom home. Her family's got some money. Holy shit. Pearl, you've been hiding that from us for a little while. Her mother was on the board of directors for UN Women USA, and her father was an entrepreneur. Basically, we all know basically what Pearl stands for. She's basically advocating for men in a world where women basically like to call men misogynistic and basically toxic, and some men.
So she y'all niggas mammy, basically. Because in this world, they be picking on men. So Pearl is big mama, and she gonna go out there and tell it like it is. That's what she gonna do, isn't that right? Let me make sure I heard that right, like a fool.
Like to call men misogynistic and basically toxic.
Yeah, men ain't men no more. They give a fuck about what the world call them in this goddamn boyosphere.
Like to call men misogynistic and basically toxic, and some men just want to be men. She says, quote unquote, men are discriminated against.
And men just want to be men. Men just want to be men. Men just want to be men. Y'all niggas sound like a poodle pack. The world won't let us be men, and they keep calling us misogynistic, and they keep calling us toxic. So nigga, argue back, call them something back, get into the debate, get where the shit's at. You a man, nigga. So a man's response is to get a white woman to go out there and tell them that we not toxic. Pearly, go get them. Pearly, go tell them that we ain't toxic. You need a mammy now. Now I'm gonna get my mama on you. Where your mom at? Over there. Here she come. Talking about that tall white girl. Yeah, that her go. Ass nigga.
In society, about the legal system and feminists at large. We all know that women initiate 70 to 80% of divorces. 90% of the time, the courts rule in favor of women. And she basically is just sort of tipping the scales of justice in men's favor. So, responding to the claim, Davis told Insider, misogyny is the hatred of women. I don't hate women, nor do I think that she hates women. I think that Pearl is a very necessary voice in a sea of women that are constantly attacking men. And I think that she's very necessary.
Leave those men alone. I'm Pearly and I'm gonna beat you up. Leave those men alone right now. Okay, you've done it now. If you met, she got a cape on. She's the heroess for men. Wow, they got rid of Kevin Samuels and gave y'all what's that? Goddamn, boy, they done gave y'all Sonya Blade. So they done got rid of Kevin Samuels and y'all done replaced her with Pearly Pearl. Yeah, that's who's saving y'all niggas now. That's right.
For the world.
I think so too.
If there's anything that we stand for here is that open dialogue, discussion, debate, disagree without being disagreeable. Pearl's been on our show, I don't know, half a dozen times.
Because you're not a man. I don't understand how white big channels like his are not in the white manosphere. Like, listen to me. There are literally no black dudes in the white manosphere. But there are so many big white channels in the black manosphere controlling the narrative. Tell me, y'all, ain't some wrong with that, ain't it though? Come on, man, talk to me. Does that shit make any kind of sense? Like, this is a big time white channel that we're on, Valuetainment. And they make nothing but black manosphere content. Y'all tell me this is not stupid.
Stupid.
Here on this stage, back on the old set, she's been on Jedediah, and she's actually genuinely a sweet person.
Yeah.
You know, 26 years old, 26 years young.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have said nothing but yeah, they make a lot of black manosphere content.
And there's things that she does well. There's things that she, you know, pisses a lot of people off. She definitely pisses off what she calls, quote unquote, the whales out there, the big girls. Sometimes big girls need loving too. Sometimes they just got to drop a couple LBs. I don't know. I said it. But she's out there. But I'm not going to just be singing all of Pearl's praises.
But guess what? I don't like, the world don't need a woman out there saying to all the fat women, lose that weight, and going out there telling all the women, and leave those men alone, and going out there like, who the fuck are you? Like, what kind of damn red pill vigilante ass woman? Like, I don't get the role of Pearl. You know, that shit is not gonna make no difference. She ain't getting enough views to even make an impact. You telling women to, you know, lose weight and shit versus you started a damn slave plantation and hired a bunch of Africans from the UK to be divisive on social media in America. You didn't come over here and start a jam. If Pearlie really gave a fuck about fat women and all these damn fake ass, like she really care, she would have put her money into investing in that. She put her money into making content to just sit back and trigger, provoke, and ridicule everybody. And everybody know when you want to make a channel off just triggering motherfucker with shallow ass content that ain't productive, that you're just gonna target certain groups, fat people, right? Gay people, black people. These groups, you're gonna try to provoke them because this is how you grow your channel. She grew her channel by provoking all these different groups, and that explains why she got millions of subs but no views. See this, let me share something with y'all. Everybody that's subscribing to Pearl are her enemies because she's making her content around provocative content. So all of your haters going over there mad and they subscribing, but they ain't watching shit else you putting out. They just waiting for you to say some more provocative shit. And they clicking on that. That's why all of her videos that's viral is the provocative, triggering viral moments. And the rest of that shit can barely get 5,000 views on it. I've been on these YouTube streets a while. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Because she has come into some hot water recently. I don't know if you've seen the situation that she was in where she hosted the white supremacist known as Nick Fuentes on a couple shows. And she's catching some backlash for that. So we're gonna play a couple of those clips, let you decide for yourself. And then we can kind of give our 2 cents at the end of watching these clips. So here's the first clip where she's talking with Nick Fuentes about blacks, Jews, slavery, anti-Semitism, and all the topics that basically nobody ever gets upset about. So play that first clip if you can. It's is that the right clip?
Yeah, that's the first one.
It's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holocaust was not special, and all countries have done that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so you're saying, why is the Holocaust special?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. Okay, what do you mean, basically?
Well, yeah, I mean, because of course, you know, we're getting into the details of it, but yeah, that's the gist.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of deny it happened.
Yeah, I deny some of the parts of it.
You deny parts of it don't seem realistic to you. You
Right.
think they were embellished upon.
I think they're embellished, yeah.
The same way. This sounds, oh gosh.
Oh boy.
They're gonna be in trouble. This sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder.
So what I don't like though is when you sit around and talk about whose history was embellished, but you ain't talking about the embellishers who wrote it, you dumb hoe. Black folks didn't write their own history. So if you saying it was embellished upon and all that, guess what? White folks wrote it. Now check this out, right? Here's the crazy thing. When you talk about the dude who wrote the movie Roots, it was still a Jewish company and white companies and TV media companies that published it. So they didn't mind it being embellished. Why do you have a beef with black people that white folks are embellishing their history instead of your own people who write history and exaggerating? Because these same white folks said that they went around the whole world with swords and single-shot muskets conquering the world. So they exaggerated about themselves too. It's like if I fight against a dude and I beat him up, but I exaggerated and say, yeah, man, I almost broke his neck off, you know? So maybe they did win these wars and conquer us and embellished a bit, and now they saying, well, we didn't torture you that bad, but who gives a fuck? You are mad at the wrong people because we didn't write the shit and we didn't do the damn torturing. Stupid ass. And you gonna turn it on the fucking victims. All of these goddamn, all of these niggas campaigning to get that contract to be part of the Just Pearly network round this bitch.
Or the guy who made Roots said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do is they embellish, and I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible, it was. Right. But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people.
Okay, next clip right there. So basically, you know, Pearl is dipping her toes in the water, sitting down with a anti-Semitic, Holocaust denier, white supremacist, white nationalist, Nick Fuentes, and just trying to have a casual conversation with someone who is basically denying the atrocities of the Holocaust. 6 million Jews were killed. I had family members that were killed. I've been to the Holocaust Museum. The Holocaust Museum in Miami is literally across the street from my house in Miami. You know, the building with the big handout there.
Man, shut the fuck up and get to the point.
And everyone is entitled to their opinion these days. Nothing like a 24-year-old American who knows nothing about the Holocaust to weigh in that he thinks the atrocities of the Holocaust were a little overblown. There are concentration camps in Bucharest, in Auschwitz, all over Poland, all over Germany, littered with the dead bodies of Jews and gypsies and handicapped people and basically people who went against Adolf Hitler and that'll never be heard from or seen again. But Nick Fuentes has an opinion that I doesn't think it was that bad. So, you know, they say that when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. These are the prizes that you win when you sit down with someone like Nick Fuentes. Let's go to the next clip.
So why sit down with him? You just, okay.
You know, I don't.
Wow.
I really don't. I don't with selector racist.
Oh, I'm not racist.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Nick.
Yeah, I am a little bit racist, but
yeah, I am a little bit
racist. Because I hate people. I love people. It's just race is real. Race is real. Race is a part of us. So, hey, it is what it is.
And the Italians, we do not claim you.
Oh, hey, the Italians don't claim you. You're the one dating a black guy. The Italians don't claim me. They don't claim you.
Oh no, they claim me. They claim me.
I don't think so.
They do.
Italian guys, yeah.
Italians,
Tell an Italian guy about your affinity for black guys. That'll go over real well.
Good one, Nick.
Maybe some Braciole. There's some Italian.
No, but I will make my black boyfriend some of that.
Ugh, wow. You don't know any better.
Yeah, it's just sad. I think, you know, here's what I will say. Don't cancel this guy. Let him keep talking. Yeah. I'm an advocate for shining a light on idiocy. So, look, you're sitting down with somebody who judges.
So why is you, like, I don't get this, like, but cancel Kanye and Kyrie? Come on.
Groups of people, okay? When you're like, all blacks are this, all Jews are this, all whites are this, all Mexicans are this, that's a very dangerous predicament to be in, okay? And this is somebody that Kanye West has aligned himself with. And that's a very tough needle to thread when you're Kanye, because he's like, love the
Who's another implant puppet?
Semitic stuff that you had talking about, Nick, but I'm just gonna look the other way about the black stuff. So if there's anything that we can say about Kanye, he's obviously no fan of Jews, but loves blacks. So how do you advocate for someone like Nick Fuentes that basically is like, ugh, black people, ugh, Can't believe it. It's like, how do you
I think it's just
congregate around that?
I think it's not even so much what they're having the attitude about. I think it's more so just the way of like behaving, like that whole mindset of like, okay, maybe I don't hate the same type of people as you, but I understand that feeling of like hating a specific group of people. So I think maybe that's where they feel like they relate, even though not necessarily on the same things. It's just the way it's structured. I think they agree with, which, I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, so, you know, you're more than welcome to do that. I think what you got to be very careful is when you have those type of controversial guests on and you agree on certain things, you have to do a very good job explaining yourself, because you can see that clip from Pearl and instantly be like, ugh, you know, this, you know, have an opinion about her and you don't know anything about her. It is kind of a real tough thing that she did.
But you know what, man? None of this stuff really, these folks ain't, like, it's, they acting like, it's a big blow to her brand and she should have known better, and yeah, it wasn't a good look. But actually what they ain't saying is she knew exactly what she was doing. It was for clout, to grow her. Like, her channel has gained so many subs since this situation. You can go look up the analytics on it. Since this situation, her numbers went up, not down. So they acting like it went down when it actually went up. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, a lot of folks that's caping for Pearl, they taking the same approach with trying to blow their channel up, looking for that one viral moment. And everybody know, like that Candace Owens and Kanye West approach where they stand up and put the White Lives Matter shirts on. It's that same sort of look at me approach where you doing some slyway racist shit to provoke a certain group, because they all got the same management. I told you, Candace Owens and Jess Pearly got the same management. And you can see they got the same little construct when it come to gaining momentum and viral moments. It's triggering stuff and triggering a certain group. Like, y'all gotta peep that.
Say, you know, both of them, because with history, you know, there's proof that, you know, Holocaust took place and slavery took place, and they're both horrible things, you know. So to kind of downplay it, to kind of get your point across, can offend people, and, you know, for the right reasons. You know, you've had family that, you know, did pass away from the Holocaust, so, you know, people who maybe have more of an immediate relationship with that whole experience, they take a lot of offense to that. So, but that, you know, that comes to the territory of saying bold statements, you know, putting your opinion out there. You're going to have certain things where people are going to push back at you. You may say something that didn't come out the way you wanted it to. And
yeah, peace and love to the ladies over there at Unscrambled Minds, and to Dulcina in the chat room. Peace to you guys. Good to see y'all in the building. Salutes to your platforms as well.
You know, that's just kind of how you have to deal with it. But I mean, that's what happens when, you know, you got freedom of speech. You have the freedom to say what you want.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. So look, here's my message.
But we don't, though, because soon as you say something about the J word, people, they censor you. So that sound good. Anyway, anybody want to say anything?
Hey, Sanchez, you know who can talk about the J word?
Who?
South Park. South Park can damn near talk about anybody and get away with it.
This is true.
For real.
Well, that's because the J word. Well, that's because the J word people, they own South Park, and the only way they gonna let it be out is if they getting paid for it and they controlling it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what? Family Guy get away with it too. And same thing Sanchez just said, is because of that reason.
It seemed like the Democrats could say what the hell they want. Look at Roland Martin with his little fat butt. He say what the hell he want.
Well, these politicians, you know, they say what they all controlled any fucking way. They all saying what they handle or tell them any damn way. It's, you know.
Just get on. They say you were trolling in the room all day, so let's get you on here. What's up, Virgil?
Yo,
So they said you've been trolling in the room. I haven't seen.
I'm not trolling. I'm trying to talk to you. So I feel like that y'all are hate. What?
Calm down, nigga.
I feel like you hating, bro.
Nigga, calm the fuck down, bro. Your energy real funny style. Calm down.
No. I feel like you hating.
All right, but first calm the
I'm
fuck.
calm, bro.
Nigga.
I'm saying I feel like all the
down,
FBA
nigga.
stuff is like hating. Like, why are you even saying that stuff? Like, why would you put on Instagram?
Where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from New York. Why would y'all like?
Where is your family from?
From Jamaica.
Okay, shut the fuck up and respect foundational Black Americans.
I'm not respecting none of that coon shit. What are you talking about?
Nigga, the coon is you and
Why?
your coward fucking family that had to bounce because you failed in Jamaica, nigga. That's
because we failed in Jamaica?
You failed in fucking Jamaica.
And then what happened to everybody that's in America?
Nigga, we still here fighting. That's what we doing. We didn't run like this.
Right, nigga, right. And your ass should be here fighting with us. The fact that your family from Jamaica and you gotta ask a silly ass questions like, so what happened to the people in America? They got mixed up and blended in with tethers like your ass to circumvent our grassroots movement, cause you immigrant niggas who descended from running ass immigrants don't know what the fuck going on. You kissing the ground and shit, talking about what happened. Nigga, we still fighting. Like the man said, we ain't ran. Don't compare your ass to us when we on our land still fighting and you ran from yours and you ain't fighting. And you got the spirit of not fighting when you get over here and trying to tell us not to fight. Fuck out of here.
So you
ran like a bitch.
So FBA.
I'm saying you.
Wait, no. I'm gonna ask you. Let me ask you.
You ran like a bitch.
Let me ask you something. FBA,
I'm telling you. No, don't ask me nothing.
No, because I'm asking you what you talking about. FBA support Malcolm X?
Nigga, your family ran like bitches.
Does FBA support Malcolm X?
You ain't at liberty to say nothing about the foundation of Black America. Nigga, Malcolm X ain't got nothing to Malcolm X was half foundational Black American. You ain't got nothing to do with Malcolm X.
You say he was half?
Yes, he was.
But
his dad was the foundational Black American.
The whole thing that he was talking about came from a Jamaican nigga. What are you talking about?
Nigga, first of all, Marcus Garvey was a Jamaican. He said y'all weren't shit. Marcus Garvey didn't get shit popping in Jamaica. He got it popping here. Y'all try to tell the Marcus Garvey lie. Marcus Garvey left Jamaica in disgust because of coons like your bitch ass. Nigga, don't come over here running your fucking mouth. Talking that dumb
There's
shit.
coons everywhere.
And at least we got coons that stay here. We don't flee. You're not at liberty to say nothing about a foundational Black American.
Flee where?
Fled.
Where?
You fled your homeland.
Jamaica.
You fled your homeland.
Yo, you know what?
You didn't stay there to fight.
No. Hold on.
You didn't stay there to fight and make it better.
All right, let me calm down.
You didn't stay there and fight to make your country better, my nigga. So you can't say nothing to us. We stay here and make our shit better. We go through the hardships and we stay to make it better, my nigga.
Hold on, let me calm
You ain't in Jamaica.
You are right.
And ain't trying to go back.
You ain't in Jamaica fighting for your family and your lineage, my
nigga.
nigga. How come you ain't in Jamaica talking that gully shit you talking? You ain't in Jamaica. How come you ain't there fighting, nigga? You got all that mouth here. You ain't over there getting the Asians and the Indians off.
That's why you people that come from immigrant and foreign families, you try to blend in with us, but then your true colors show when you undermine any movement that support our group. Don't be like this dude right here.
Off their ass in Jamaica. I go to Jamaica all the time, nigga. So don't have all that smoke for us and you ain't got it for them. Thank you. Have a good night. Nigga, fuck off my phone, nigga. That's how you handle that.
Hey
and they
man,
still
send me some
a
clips.
lot of them still kiss. A lot of them still kiss the British boy's ass right over here. They ain't changed.
Yeah, they do.
If you talking Sanchez, your mic is
I'm not
we
saying that.
can't. Oh,
I'm trying to look for some. Look, watch this.
Oh, that's good, everybody. Yeah, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. A lot of brothers have been sending me this viral clip of King Charles, formerly Prince Charles. He is somewhere, I don't know, at a restaurant or in the back of a restaurant. And there is this, who I feel is an African sister or a Caribbean sister, who is so glad to see King Charles.
Look.
She gets on her knees, as you see, and she crawls over to him. She's just ecstatic. She's happy to see him. And she's got a lot of criticism, all right? Because she...
Come on, dude. Come on.
that's how they do here. Sanchez, I shit you not. They do the same thing here in Connecticut, especially when they want a damn job.
God.
They get raked on.
Our Caribbean sister, who is so glad to see King Charles. She gets on her knees, as you see, and she crawls over to him. She's just ecstatic. She's happy.
She fucking looked like Martin when he the little midget dude with the snot on his nose. What's that little nigga name? Shit.
You come up when he be Roscoe?
Yeah. She fucking immediately became Roscoe around this bitch, y'all. Yo.
I'm fucking road.
Oh, man.
Happy to see him. And she's got a lot of criticism, all right? Because she's so excited. And of course,
she fucking crawled over there. Now, I want y'all to keep that in mind of this woman crawling over there, right? And peep this thumbnail right here. See, the kind of mind that they got, a lady like that'll do something to you for the prince. When you drop to your knees and do all that, man, hey, the prince can convince you to hand over your next generation of black men for his cause. Like this whole colonial worship of this crazy man of these refugees and immigrants and shit. Didn't Wyclef say some anti-FBA shit one time? Yeah, this shit crazy, man. That shit there was fucking cringe, bro. Whoever mama that is, whoever, like if that was my wife, her shit would have been packed up the moment she got home.
Okay.
I'm real.
It's ridiculous, embarrassing, disgusting. Well, that's why they asses left out of here with them. I wish they had stayed.
Play it one more time.
That shit there just fucking crazy.
Our Caribbean sister, who is so glad to see King Charles. She gets on her knees.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
As you see, and she crawls over.
And then she didn't just crawl over there the way she crawled over there like a goddamn pygmy.
King Charles. She gets on her knees, as you see, and she crawls over to him. She's just ecstatic. She's happy to see him.
And then did a little wiggle. Ah, man. Ah, man.
Hey, you know somebody gonna put a meme on this bitch with Umar Johnson looking at that shit. G, I'm gonna be fucking rolling.
Oh man. But that's the attitude they got in this land, man.
And he holding her like she's his little black poodle.
Yeah, like you my little daughter. You my little girl.
Poodle. A little black poodle. All she needs is a little choke collar. That is just like disgusting.
Oh man.
Folks say, hey, now I know how white people feel about that one picture where it got them in Africa bowing down to niggas' feet.
Kiss that purple dude's foot. Cliff foot.
And
that's horrible.
Watch this.
My name is Sam King. I was born on the 20th of February, 1926 in Jamaica. I had the privilege of coming to England.
More than 400 happy Jamaicans. They've come to seek work in Britain and are ready and willing to do any kind of job that will help the motherland along the road to prosperity.
It was very hard.
These people got us thinking we came over on ships now. But I want you to hear what this so-called black man from Jamaica say though.
I went to a place in Stockwell. It says room to let. When I got there, it says no Irish, no colored, no dog. But says my contribution to Britain is that Claudia Jones and Sam King started the West Indian Carnival. You call it Notting Hill Carnival. I have the privilege, I was in Nottingham, I was in the Royal Air Force, and the Queen came there. She was a young girl, of course, and she came and said, "Where are you from?" "Jamaica, madam." Said, "Very good." And overall, I've met the Queen about 4 times. I've been to Buckingham Palace and they gave me the MBE. She helped to unite the Commonwealth, and being a woman and with a family, and she travels, she helped to unite the Commonwealth, which is a good thing. I think
he didn't say how though.
She is a hard-working person, and
the Queen is a hard-working person. Look, this man you see this picture in the background right here.
I'm fucking rolling like Elijah Muhammad in that bitch.
Oh, man.
Most people think she's second to none. Second to none.
That's the part I wanted to go to. They said that the Queen is second to none. The level of fucking worship is crazy. And you know what's crazy? How they got the little piano going in the background. And then and you know what else crazy? How when you ask these folks, what did the Queen do? Well, she bought everyone Happy Meals one day. And she gave the kids toys or some shit. No, that's bullshit. It's gonna be a doggy biscuit though. It ain't gonna never be like it's gonna be a doggy biscuit. You ask these folks, what did the Queen do to be second to none? And they gonna play them little pianos and say, when I was young, we walked through the street and the Queen looked at me and she said, "Young man, what?" And I'm like, no, but what does she do to be second to none? Roll the piano, please. See, when I was young and
started the West Indian Carnival. You call it Notting Hill Carnival. I have the privilege, I was in Nottingham, I was in the Royal Air Force, and the Queen came there. She was a young girl, of course.
So the queen ain't really do a goddamn thing for her to get the title of second to none. Now these black men will be surrounded by black women who literally got their backs and are bend over backwards and die for them, and they'll beat them and talk shit to them. And the queen can come in and give them niggas a slice of pie, and they'll say she's second to none. The Jamaican police over there beating the fuck out of their own people. It ain't even no white police doing that. That's the Jamaican police is black dudes, and they worse than New Orleans police, nigga, and they worse than the Atlanta police, nigga, and Birmingham, them and shit, nigga. Yeah, this shit here be crazy, man.
Sanchez, Bobby asking you for the link.
Yeah. You'd be like, so what did the queen do to be second to none? Well, she, you know, she baked the greatest apple pie. And when I was young and I would smell the crust coming into the palace, and she would say, young man, hold your head up high. And, you know, shit like that with that piano going.
G, stop. You funny as hell. Cut it the fuck out.
Bro, I see what they do. I'm on to this shit.
Hey, folks, like I peeped the game, G. Whole time y'all think this sentimental music drop shit, y'all just get to doing fucking recaps.
Yeah.
All of this previous Leon shit.
Oh, shit.
Saved my goat. The queen saved my goats. That's what she did. That's what he gonna be talking about.
Right. They be like, when I was young and my mother was too sick to take care of me, the queen breastfed me.
Well, it always start off, well, you know some bullshit. You know when he say, well, that's the cue for the piano man to start playing the piano.
Stop! I'm fucking rolling. G, stop. That's when he cut in.
Yeah.
We gotta do a skit where you can see the piano man start playing the piano. Like you said, get that nigga the cue. And you start hitting keys in this bitch.
Yeah.
When I was young.
Oh, shit. Oh shit.
Oh shit, these niggas.
It really fuck him up when he be trying to remember the story for real. It be one time. He go to pause and piano man he stole me.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna hit the same without that piano though. He gonna hit the same.
Hey, what he gotta drop? When I was young.
Yeah.
Like, when I was young,
that nigga looked like he used to get high with the queen.
Llama from trying to make me suck his tongue.
Is he reminiscing on the time he smoked dope with the queen? Is this nigga ex-queen crackhead of the Queen Elizabeth squad? Because this nigga looked like he was at the Buckingham Palace with the rocks and blows side of the game. God damn it, I don't know what he was doing at the palace. Was he the palace drug dealer or something from Jamaica? Did that nigga bring the weed in? What's his position?
Yeah.
He look burnt up out here, my boy.
When he was young.
If that piano stop, he gonna stop too. And we gonna be like, what's next, dog? He's gonna be like, well, and the piano man ain't gonna play shit. And he gonna be like, well, and the piano man ain't gonna play shit. And he be like, well, and that shit, hey, and that nigga try to hit that cue and he ain't gonna go without that piano behind him. Well, right now I cannot talk right now because Well, why can't you talk, man? Well, I don't. Well, my piano man, you know. Oh shit! Let me quit, man. We should be
Hey, Sanchez,
roasted.
you know what? In Connecticut, and you can look this up, a lot of them back in the late 80s, a lot of them came here on contracts to be housed in rich white neighborhoods and mansions and were given their citizenship. And what happened was one of the ladies, one of the women was telling one Jamaican woman that she need her to extend her time. If she don't, she's gonna report her and have her deported back. So she was able to get away from the woman, and then they arrested the lady. But a lot of them was doing that a whole lot back in the 80s, and they put a stop on that, and they came out with a law that you cannot do that. And also, if you marry someone and they get deported, you get deported with them. Because they was doing a lot of marrying in Connecticut for them to get citizenship. Chicks and dudes was doing that because they would buy them cars, especially from Africa.
That was going on in Chicago too, Sister Betty. People getting married for them green cards. Yep. A lot of Indian people, marry black people in Chicago to get them green cards. A lot of Indians. But hey, can I ask y'all this though? Why do people from the islands, like I know it's this little, FBA beef with the Jamaicans and people from the Bahamas and the Islanders about the mainlanders, right? But my beef with the Jamaicans and the people from the Islanders is this: y'all don't even fuck with each other. Y'all, like, before y'all start trying to worry about what the niggas on the mainland is doing, like, have y'all ever talked to people from the islands? They don't fuck with nobody but the island they from. They don't, a Jamaican nigga talk down on a Haitian nigga. Dominican and Haiti is literally the same islands, and them niggas do not claim each other. Don't nobody fuck with Cuba. Belize and the Bahamas and St. Croix and Virgin Islands always be beefing with each other. So, like, what the fuck is going on in the islands with each other before they talk about what's going on with us?
But the people, what I find, Bobby, the people from the islands are very different from Jamaica. And I'm keeping it real. They got some real motherfuckers from the islands, Haitians, people from Barbados and St. Croix, in Cuba. They cool as fuck. It's the Jamaicans that are looked down
they ain't
on.
cool, Sister Betty.
I'm talking about cool. here
Can
in
I
Connecticut.
play something for y'all real quick?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sanchez.
No, I just want to tell me if y'all cool. I want to play this for y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna have to change it up. This is DJ Academics speaking on how immigrants outwork black people. Let's do it. He's an immigrant.
Going to college was a fresh start because nobody knew each other, and I got a chance to put my personality out there, right? They didn't look at me as just, oh, this is an immigrant. I was just Livingston, right? My first year didn't do as well. The first time in my life, I never did well academically, but I was enjoying myself. Second year, I'm like, yo, I got to figure this shit out. I meet with this counselor, and we had to pick because all I took was hard science classes and hard math classes, and I think I failed one of the science classes. It's like organic chemistry. And the only thing that matched was this major at Rutgers University called biomathematics, and I picked that. And the whole goal was, I'm not leaving this fucking college without a career.
Whatever academics is, I think Angry Man might be his race.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. That shit playing fast than a motherfucker. I can't understand. Shit, is that just me or?
I got you.
But I was enjoying myself. Second year, I'm like, yo, I got to figure this shit out. I meet with this counselor, and we had to pick because all I took was hard science classes and hard math classes, and I think I failed one of the science classes. It's like organic chemistry. And the only thing that matched was this major at Rutgers University called biomathematics, and I picked that. And the whole goal was, I'm not leaving this fucking college without a career that will guarantee me $100,000.
Right.
That's the only thing that my parents will actually be proud of me about.
Yeah.
If I come out here and I'm a social worker making 40, 50 grand, they're going to look at me and say, why the fuck did you do that?
Yeah, and any degree with the word mathematics in it will get you about 100K.
Yeah. And also you could use it later if you did want to go to like med school or something.
Yeah, med school, if you want to go to computer science, if you want to go into, chemistry, whatever else, like all this, the mathematical basis will help you overall. And I mean, that's how I felt also when I went to college. It's like, I'm not here to fuck around. Like I got my chance to go to Berkeley, and I'm gonna make this degree count.
Vlad, I'm gonna tell you something, and this might be controversial, but for the people who don't know, you go to any college these days, the people who work the hardest, we're moving white people out of the mix. You see them Africans who are immigrants, they fucking study all night. You see them first generation Indians, all my high level math classes, they're all in.
Yeah, the Asians who don't speak English, they're busting their ass.
Killing
it. Yep, I remember all that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. And other immigrants, they go crazy. Only people who I be see chilling, a lot of the black Americans, they be in there cooling like this is a chill out.
Do y'all hear this shit? Do y'all hear this shit? Don't you know on this video, right? There's a lot of black college students on the comment section like, yo, what the fuck? I bust my ass in college. Like, not only are they studying hard as hell, they working all that. Like, for him to say that, bro, come on. And Vlad co-signing it. But look, they both immigrants. See what I'm saying? This man said...
Guess what they missing, though?
He looked around his college and saw everybody grinding, but black people. Come on, y'all believe that shit?
This what, hell no. And this what they not adding in. The black people that's at the college is the majority compared to the small numbers of immigrants that come over here. So y'all gotta work. If y'all was working that hard, y'all countries wouldn't be fucked up. Y'all would be over there going to school, motherfucker. That's why y'all leaving them ragged ass countries, because the majority of people in y'all little shithole countries is lazy. So the people that can do something come over here to get an education. Stupid.
Now let me drop the bomb and piggyback a second. Now, real quick, you just gave them a dagger because you coming over here talking about black Americans are lazy, but your family was lazy for not standing up in the country where you from and fighting. The laziest shit you can do is run away, nigga. So now you want to come over here and start working hard, but you didn't work hard in your own land. So guess what a nigga can say about you? That you work harder for to maintain the white man shit and the white man system in his land than your own motherland, clown ass nigga.
Fucking fact.
Facts. Because I know goddamn well I bust my ass for them 3 master's degrees and I work full time. So he could just kick rocks.
Facts, man.
I ain't gotta bust my ass, sister, Becky. That's the point. We done been over here for so many generations busting our ass to so-called build this country up so other motherfuckers can come over here who done bust their ass in their country so we can leave this motherfucker and go chill in the Bahamas or fucking Jamaica or anywhere else. Y'all ain't over there busting y'all ass to build them fucking countries up. Y'all getting the fuck up out of there.
That's why I didn't leave my land even to go on vacation. I ain't never been to Jamaica. I didn't. I don't want to go either. I'm like
Jamaica, all them places. You want to know what you see when you see there? A bunch of motherfuckers laying around on the beach chilling.
I'm like, why the
ain't working now.
Man, I'm like, why the fuck I want to pay all that money to go on the beach when we got beaches here? Hell no. I won't waste my damn money.
Speak English?
Right here.
Busting their ass.
Killing
it. Yep, I remember all that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. And other immigrants, they go crazy. Only people who I be see chilling.
Only people. Listen, and when he said that, he gave them these eyes. He said, I'm gonna be honest with the only people out, then he gave them the deer in the headlight. The deer in the headlight. Like, brace yourself, like we don't know who the fuck you finna say, nigga. Black people. I mean, they the laziest, bro. Just they want these folks to come over here and play into the stereotype, even though that's bullshit, dog.
A lot of the Black Americans, they be in there cooling like this is a chill out. And I don't fault them because it's a mentality thing. I've been talking to people about that. It's like, as an immigrant, you feel like you just have to do it. You just have to do it. A lot of people go to college to chill, to get girls. And I watched what everybody else did, and I seen the battery that was in my back, and yo, you got to figure this shit out. I wasn't about to leave college until I figured it out. Man, I stayed damn near 6 years. I wasn't about to leave that bitch.
Yeah, I did 4.5.
Man, I was down to stay 10 because it was a great time, but I knew real life, because college is a fictional world. It's a very fictional world. I remember being in college when Barack Obama won the presidency, and I didn't really understand because like it felt like the outside world, but we had an interior world that, you know, we only cared about. It's a big campus. We only cared about, okay, oh, who's in what frat? Who's this? Like it was very fragmented. So that's only one of the things I see about college. And as I look at graduation rates, I definitely look to, you know, people who are who are African American and born here, and I wish they had that, you know, that fire.
Damn, bro.
Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on, Sanchez. These two niggas who sitting up here talking all this shit about college, who ain't even doing the shit that they went to college
They
for.
said you ain't got that fire, bro. But I know that. Now, hold up. What race is Academics? What race is he?
He Jamaican.
Bro, I'm telling you, you can find
Jamaican.
Bro, you can find Jamaican ghettos in America and Florida and different places where them niggas laying around doing nothing. You could find that.
Hold on. You want to know what a Jamaican ghetto is? Jamaica, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll show you
this
the
is crazy.
island of Jamaica, motherfucker.
This is crazy, bro. Like, you're over here talking about, let me show you something.
I growed up hearing shit like this my whole life, dog.
Bro, I don't want to do this. I probably shouldn't.
Florida full of that stereo.
I probably shouldn't
type of.
I probably shouldn't do this, right? But I got to, man. Like when we look at, I'm not trying to make fun of no fucking body, though. Like, bro, academics. When you just take a look at what your family come from, it's almost like, well, we want to talk about how groups of people exist. This is what your DNA traces back to, academics. You can't call Black Americans lazy because our DNA traces back to slavery. We couldn't be lazy. How are you going to call people who descended from slaves lazy? The people who enslaved us was lazy. They didn't want to work. They rather kill a nigga and make you work for them. You got to be a lazy motherfucker to say, you know what? I'd rather go around the world and kill up a bunch of humans, throw they baby to crocodiles, torture them, and have slaves before I do my own work. That's lazy. So I don't get it.
That look like Africa.
Look like Ghana.
Right. Hold on, but you know what I hate though? It's like, because when I ask people from Jamaica or I ask people from Africa, why don't they stay there and work together to fix where their country is and how it's set up in the problem that they got? You know what they tell me? They say, because, well, if we do that, then the government will try to stop us or try to kill us, or you going to have some hating ass people of our own people. I'm like, oh, so what you're saying is you got the same problem as Black people. Shut the fuck up then and go handle it. And stop talking about what we doing and then impeding on our shit.
And at the end of the day, that's all that shit really is, bro. Like, you can find a lot of people, and it ain't just the harp on folk from the islands, bro, but it is a certain type of when it like the whole immigration thing where people, you know, they say, oh, my dad back home, he a doctor. My dad and my mama back home, they this, they got a different profession. And that's cool and all, but what they doing here is like you just say, you still struggling and going through the bullshit that we having to deal with on our own land. And motherfuckers who been here done that. So it's just it's a mindset, like I say that, bro. Man, especially if you come from a major city or a metropolitan city or just a cultural area, man, you've been dealing with this all your life, dog. This ain't nothing new under the sun.
I don't understand, like how academics can say such a thing. That's like Akon, man.
These niggas not connected to, listen, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. One of my best friends growing up, he first generation. All his people before him from the Congo, right? You know what I'm saying? And this nigga, this is my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Nigga grew up in the hood with us, all of that shit. But he's one generation from the Congo. So his daddy, his granny, all of that is right there in Africa. As we started to get older, you start to see that separation in culture, because when it came to things that he was being pushed to go do in life and certain things that he had, like this is the first person that I knew in 99, 2000, graduating high school, who had like a $10,000, $20,000, you know what I'm saying, graduation present. And this from like just being African, whatever, however that shit set up, you know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't getting that type. And this a family of 6 people. All of them graduated with them type of benefits and stuff like that. Not to hate on it, but just to say that it's a completely different experience from somebody coming from over there living here than us living here. That's why they look at it like that, because they don't understand how they can come over here and get all this benefit and a motherfucker here not take advantage of these benefits, but it's like it don't apply to us. We don't get them benefits.
Hey, check this out, right? Check this out, everybody.
It's crazy, man.
How do Senegalese really feel about slavery and what happened? Because, you know, there were a lot of very foul people involved in the slave trade. There was, of course, Europeans, you know, Jews and whites were involved, but, you know, Africans were involved in it as well. They were selling off their enemies, you know, the enemy tribes and making their money and so forth. Like, how was slavery really looked at out there?
Well, in Senegal, we've kind of overcome the thought of slavery. We don't even think about it. The only time we think about it, honestly, is when we're doing tours at Goat Island. You know, outside of that, people have lived and moved and way beyond the slavery concept and idea and mind state.
Right, because in Senegal, you actually know your history. You can trace your family back 100 generations, whatever else. You still have your names, your real names. You're not named Johnson,
and Jackson,
and Washington, and all the other slave owners that were the presidents who had slaves during that time, Jefferson,
you know,
and so forth. Yeah, but you guys actually have your history, and that was the whole thing of walking around Senegal. People just felt, this was the first time I felt Black people just felt comfortable and with no type of disease. You know, I mean,
I think it's also the art of just letting the past go and moving towards the future. And I think in the U.S., they have the stigma of just not letting go of the past and blaming the past on every mishap or, you know, disappointment. And I think as long as you hold on to that past, it's just a lot of weight that you carry with you everywhere you go. And it's hard to move forward and move fast when you got to, you know, weight on your back.
See, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. You got to keep in mind, Akon is practicing a form of slave labor against his own people because his family owned diamond mines where these kids risk their lives for pennies in these underground shafts and shit. Now look, all of these folks like Akon who don't build on their own land in Africa because they sold it out to China and foreigners, they leaders sold them out. They learned from their leaders how to sell their own land out. They'll run away from their damn land, come over here and establish themselves, and not only speak against the people who see in Akon's own land, there are people in his land who are complaining about white supremacy and colonialism. He's speaking against them too, like, let that go, man. And so he's coming over here running from the problem. Think about it. The problems that these people are speaking about that Akon want to put his head in the sand on are the very reasons why his family had to run their black ass over here to America to establish themselves. And he ignored that part. Think about what he just said. Just let slavery go, let it all go. That's easy for your ass to say because you getting money with the slave masters. And you help promoted that toxic ass music with Jeezy and all them. Like
Hey, you could tell the disconnect too, because look at how the nigga laughed when he said, and yeah, you don't have any slave names like the rest of them, like Johnson or Jackson. He just laughed that shit. Yeah, like that shit ain't funny, nigga.
See,
ain't nothing about that funny.
He's the perfect candidate for this kind of stuff because it's in his bloodline. It's like these people already got a history of running from their motherland, being traitors, disloyal, right? They're very desperate because if you look at the environments that they come from, like what I just showed with Jamaica and like where Akon from in Africa, they basically kissing the ground, like I said right here. Like they'll say whatever, even if it's, that's like you really saying fuck everything that happened to my dead loved ones. But these same people will be online talking about, hey, you wrong for denying the Holocaust. And I'll be like, no, bro, let's just move forward. No, why we like, come on, let the history go. But if you deny the Holocaust, right, then that's what we get. We get niggas like him defending it, coming at you, man. What's up? That was wrong. But yet you're denying, goddamn, you telling us to let our history go. But you'll go against your peers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's hypocritical shit.
But you gotta remember too. Look at how he make himself look like he's some kind of hero to his people. Like he didn't leave them, and like he coming back, rebuilding their whole country, talking about calling it Akon City, when really like he's some type of Black Panther or something. When really you just basically letting all the European companies come in and do business with you in order to get the land, and you just basically getting a payday for it. But you still selling your people out. Just because you put up a couple of electric lights and so that way the city is lit now, that don't mean that you're doing your people a great service.
Right.
He's got to let it go.
There's also been no reparations.
Just gotta let it go. Look, then what Vlad slid in, there's also no reparations. Let's watch this shit, y'all.
A weight that you carry with you everywhere you go. And it's
So he telling, watch this, let me just say something. Akon telling Black Americans to let that shit go because it's a lot of weight on your back. How you know what's on my back, nigga? All of that damn pausing you was putting out with convict music put weight on a nigga back. How about that? How you remembering what happened in the past with your loved ones that were innocently wronged and victims? How is that weight on my back? That ain't no weight on my back. Guess what? Speak for yourself, dude. It's so much weight on my back for me to remember my dead loved ones, but yet you'll go to church and worship your oppressors' dead loved ones and fallen angels and forefathers. You'll revere the Holocaust and all that. But when it come to you, when these white folks ask you about your ancestors who they slaughtered, wronged, colonized, guess what your answer is? Man, I gotta let that go. I'm not even dwelling on that, man. Like, that's too much weight on my shoulder. Like that make me obnoxious. You got my stomach hurting right now just talking about it. Like, god damn, you come on, man. You mean to tell me for you to remember your goddamn dead loved ones and honor your ancestors, it just gives your ass all kind of side effects and symptoms. I get flu-like symptoms, when you bring that stuff up, man. My pinky toe starts swelling up. Strep throat occurs every time somebody just mentioned my ancestors and what happened to them. Don't do that. You guys are making me ill.
It's hard to move forward and move fast. And you got to, weight on your back.
It's hard to move forward and move fast. What he basically saying is these white folks with the money is not going to give you none if you don't sell out on your ancestors. I'm translate this shit for you. He's saying, look, if you don't deny slavery and denounce your ancestors and you ain't going to get this goddamn money, man. Like, let me just translate that for you.
You just gotta let it go.
There's also been no reparations, and there's been,
Yeah, but unfortunately, man, like, it's not like America is going to take the initiative to do it. I mean, otherwise they would have did it already. You know, Indians got reparations. The Jewish got reparations for Holocaust, and it wasn't even done in America.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Italians got reparations.
Italians got reparations. I mean, Japanese got reparations.
Yeah.
It's just, it's to the point now where African Americans have to really understand their worth and realize that America was never or intended to ever, consult or even make up for any of that. They're not sorry. They don't care.
Yeah.
It's obvious. So do you want to stay here and continue to be treated this way, or just go back home where you're now no longer the minority? You actually are the majority, and you control your destiny and your future and your land.
I know this man didn't just tell us to go back to Africa. When he came over here to get his goddamn bag, you can start, Bobby, and I'm gonna come behind you with the roasting. Oh, let's do it,
That's
man.
so fucking nuts, bro. Like, listen, man. What's so crazy about this situation and everything Akon breaking down? At a point in time in history where when people believed they was from Africa, you had Africans. It was a lot of people that was like, yo, we need our reparations. I can remember coming up where like reparation was a big conversation amongst black people. When white people wasn't even having this conversation, like Africans, everybody was like, yo, them niggas need to get paid. They did this, they did that, right? Now that we in a time to where actual white people have brought reparation as a topic on the table, and black people here have said clearly, yo, we know who we are and we want reparation from us, separate from what may have happened to some whole group of Africans and all that bullshit. Now you got motherfuckers that's coming out that ain't even a part of this, what you call Aboriginal thing, or who looking to benefit from some type of reparation, saying like, yeah, that shit dead, man. You might well hang that. You might well hang that up. When it was like, hold on, nigga, we wasn't hanging this shit up 20 years ago when your name was on the list to get some of this bread. What the fuck? Now we hanging it up, nigga. Yeah, hang that shit up, nigga. They ain't finna give you nothing. What the fuck? Akon, you didn't make no money in Africa until you came over here to America. Then the things that you did in Africa is funded by China. So what actually are you as an African doing for Africa, nigga? Like, just be real, my nigga. All the shit you doing for Africa is funded by America and China, my nigga. What the fuck is wrong with Akon? I'm gonna let y'all go right now.
Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, no. Honestly, every black person who has an issue with how people are treated in America, they really should go to Africa.
They need to.
Woo woo.
That's crazy.
Hey,
wow.
Check this out. I'm gonna say this to everybody on the panel. The fact that Vlad could slick get that off, and Akon, even if Akon knew what he was saying, the fact that Vlad felt like he could say that shit, I'd have paused the whole interview. Hold on, homie. Hey. Nigga, I would have stopped everything, nigga. Hold on, what you mean go back to Africa, my boy? I'll slap the fuck out you right now, Vlad. Nigga, it'd have been like when a motherfucker walk. You know how like on the movies when the white boys walk in an all black club, the records get everything would have stopped.
Hey,
talking about, nigga, go back
it
to
would be
Africa.
like that episode of Dave Chappelle when keeping it real goes wrong. You know, like, nigga, what the fuck?
The fuck
What you mean,
talking about?
Frank? Get your motherfucking
I
hands off
suggest
me.
for all the black people who don't like America to go back to. Hey, hold on, Vlad. Let me smack the fuck out your ass. Go back to Kazakhstan with Borat, where the fuck you from, nigga, and figure that shit out.
Oh God.
I just love how they try to come over here and portray as one of us. Like he did that song Locked Up, trying to portray as the American black man in jail.
No,
like,
he was locked up before.
And then you got Vlad and DJ Academics basically making money off the whole culture and the music, but then saying they work harder than we do. Nigga, the whole genre is built on our work. What the fuck are you talking about? And all you doing is sitting behind the fucking camera and talking to niggas. Get the fuck out of here.
Let's be real. Vlad and DJ Academics, their content is geared towards children. Let's just be honest. Their content is geared towards the demographic of probably like 10 years old up to mid-20s of like suburban, you know what I'm saying, middle class, white and black children that are vicariously living this drill music hood life through DJ academics and Vlad TV interviews. Period. That's his content. That's their content. Their content is geared towards niggas who are never step foot in none of these situations. Admittedly, including Vlad and academics themselves, them niggas is gonna call police. Them niggas gonna be copping police. Everything about them is screaming, nigga. We'll do like they are the nigga on Rocky 5 that's like, you touch me and I'll sue. They gonna do everything to you. And as soon as you get ready, touch me and I'll sue. Touch me and that's them niggas, bro.
So, in other topics, you got this crazy shit going on. You did. Hey,
I don't even know what to say about this because I'm gonna be honest. This Photoshop right here. I know this is Photoshop.
Let's take that one off there.
Yeah, that one is Photoshop because the dude in the second picture is really who it is.
So, and this was a Halloween costume.
Part about this thing is this. Do you remember Sanchez? Because me and you around the same age. I'm 40, you late 30s. You remember when Ricky Williams did that motherfucking Sports Illustrated cover with a wedding dress on with Mike Dicker?
It's so many of them do it. I forgot who is who, man.
I'm just saying this is my point. At this
I
point,
know exactly what you're talking about, and I ain't even
Williams, Charles Barkley and Shaq, like nigga, I could run down damn near every nigga in the NBA, like that was nigga Magic Johnson kissed Isaiah Thomas on the lips on a basketball court before. What the, like this it's a weird cabal when you talking about sports in general. And I've talked about this before on this panel, like being into like high school sports and going on, like the biggest turnoff for me is like locker room etiquette. Like it's just weird. Go on in that locker room. My fault, y'all got it.
Okay, so check it out, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and let the people who haven't spoke grab the mic. 70-30, Alexis Johnson. Who else we got? Anybody who wanted who haven't spoke, salutes to y'all.
Can you hear me?
So salute.
Oh, go ahead, sister. Salute.
Appreciate it. So what y'all think? Y'all think that they be making them wear them dresses for ritual purposes, or like what's going on with that?
It's definitely some form of, it's weird.
Because at first I thought they was just trying to like downplay the black man, but
nah, it's a thing because you got to remember, even Bugs Bunny cross dress, SpongeBob. You see what I'm saying? White people. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a black man thing. They do that. That's a ritual amongst, you know what I'm saying, that lifestyle.
That's a fraternity ritual, sis. Period.
Yeah, definitely a fraternity ritual.
Listen, now I'm saying any fraternal order that you go into, like when you're dealing with sports, you're dealing with fraternal orders, police, for actual fraternities and schools. If you look into all of these rituals, at some point in time, it's gonna be some type of emasculation ritual where they like putting a wig on you, doing some type of weird situation where they putting a man in a position of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Clothes swap day. Now you got to walk around and dress like a woman on campus for a day. Like, I done seen pledges do some wild things. I done seen niggas like in a sports situations, like where you come in as a rookie on the team, you got to do some wild shit, or you want to like police hazing. you become a part of the police force, and they do little wild things to you to emasculate you and degrade you and put you in like a feminine position because you the new one on the team, and they gotta like have this thing over your head. So that's all that shit is for real.
Anybody else who just coming to the call, or people who haven't spoke, can y'all go ahead? iPhone, my brother, whoever just coming, because I'm about to close out. So yeah, salutes to everybody. I might as well go on ahead, close it on out, man. Salutes to all of y'all. I gotta get on up out of here, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
Peace, Sanchez.
For sure. Peace and
Appreciate
love.
Much love, family.
Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for your support. The Cash App link is still pinned to the top if you want to support the show. See y'all on the next one.